live.
Yeah. YouTube.
Good morning. Eric is still waking up, as you can see. He's a sleepy butt.
Yeah. Actually, I'm out in the lack of sleepy butt.
See, and I wanted to get him up a little bit earlier so that he would have just a tiny bit of energy, because it takes him like 30 minutes to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you say that's true?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we want to start this a little bit early to test everything out. First of all, can you guys hear us just fine? Can you see us just fine? Very, very important 2 bits. Let us know in the comments. Por favor. And then we'll get rolling once.
Is it the connection?
What?
Or does it look like
sound and video is good?
Slightly underwater.
I think it's my webcam. Because we're not fancy over here, not yet. Are you trying to get the cat to come over?
No.
I did.
You did.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
Looks just as bad.
I suppose.
So if we keep doing this, Eric looks beautiful. If we keep doing this, we'll definitely get a more legit setup. But for now, we just wanted to try it out. This is like our test run. But we thought it'd be fun, and we really miss hanging out with our people, so we thought this would be like a really good way to do that. That's a little better. That's a little better.
Cool. Get
that daylight out of here. Yeah, okay, so that's up. All right, so this is kind of a fun thing. As most of you probably know, we are sponsored by Birdie Fuel Coffee. Shout out Birdie Fuel. This is like a Hand-Eye and Birdie Fuel collab that they did. And they decided to do a fun little thing this morning.
Oh, man.
So if you go to their website, birdiefuelcoffee.com, you can use this coupon code, which is Oakley, which is nice and easy. So you can get 20% off if you use that. So I'll mention that a couple more times. But the coffee idea came before. We did a happy hour not too long ago, and it went really well. And it was nice to like hang out and talk to people and just, like get a feel, and everybody can feel like they're hanging out. I think that's kind of the hardest thing right now is that, you're just with your people that you have in your house, and that's it. And that's okay most of the time. But when it's all the time, it's just like weird and exhausting, and we can't go play Frisbee anymore. Look who's here. He's our 3rd family member right now. We've adopted him. I know it's crazy, but I don't like coffee. That's okay. I was going to mention like coffee or tea, but I'm a big, big coffee fan. So here we are. Fun fact for you pre-show attenders. Eric had to go to the bathroom. He literally can drink like 2 sips of coffee and then it's like automatic. And I know he wouldn't mind me sharing that with you.
What?
All right.
The rush of energy?
I don't know if that's what it is, but.
Is adoption just a nice way of saying I can stay here without paying rent?
Basically. But we can also ask you to do the chores.
What if I do them without being asked?
You do, actually.
Crud.
Bagel's ready.
My man.
AJ, what's good?
What's good? Oh, just gonna go to the course later because PDGA sucks. Just kidding. Sorry, I read a negative Facebook post this morning. Dang you, Facebook. You got me again.
Already?
See, it's so easy.
Here's what I started doing to like manage these kind of feelings, because I don't like feeling like this in the morning. I put my phone on airplane mode at night, and then I don't take it off airplane mode until after I've had my first sip of coffee. So then I'm like settled in and I'm ready for like anything crappy to show up at my doorstep,
Yeah.
Kind of helps me cope with daily stuff. And then I have like this nice little space in the morning. And while I brew coffee, I started doing yoga while my coffee's brewing. So it's just like this nice little relax zone. And then I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the day.
All right, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do
Instead
this.
of just like, you wake up and you're like, oh, I hate the world. So I'm trying to avoid that happening.
No, it's the grizzly Risley. No, I'm not gonna like attack you. I don't have claws. I'm not an actual grizzly.
Pretty grizzly right now.
Pretty grizzly, yeah.
How do you make?
I mean, it's just the lighting is just very strong right now. It's just a lot of shadows. That's not
what's happening. He has a weird looking mustache.
Whoa! Dang it!
If you didn't know, I do not like mustaches. Never have, might in the future, won't say never will, but all right, let's get to one of these questions. We have a little docket of things we want to talk about, but since Eric's pooping, we'll start with some questions for now. How do you make your coffee in the morning? I personally, depending on the day, sometimes I just like it black, but generally I'll just do like the tiniest splash of creamer. And I'm kind of picky. Like when Eric makes my coffee for me, it's usually too creamy.
Usually put the water in the reservoir and then ground coffee beans. That's how I make mine.
Oh, you want a step by step? Okay. AJ thinks you want a step by step. When I'm at home, we can talk about process. When I'm at home, we have this Ninja coffee maker, which is awesome and fast and makes a lot of coffee at one time. When we're in the RV, we literally bought the tiniest coffee maker we could find. It's 4 cups, but it's really only like a cup and a half. And that's just because it fits in our cabinet. And then when we don't have power and we're in the RV, I make coffee every day. I use the French press. And then recently, before our Havasupai trip, I bought an AeroPress. So I've been using an AeroPress when we don't have power or when I just want to make like 1 cup of coffee. That thing is really weirdly fun to use. I was skeptical, but it's super easy to clean, which is kind of the best part about it. How do you actually take your coffee? No cream, low cream?
A little, sometimes a little cream. I drink a lot of coffee. I drink
Dang, Eric came back looking a whole lot different.
I drink cups. I have a mustache, okay?
You're right. Get out.
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, yes, a little bit of cream. Usually like 1 cream per mug. Don't worry about it. That thing's fine. The toaster oven is like
it's
yelling.
Making noises.
But most of the time, just honey, no cream. Honey.
Good morning from Gatesville, Texas.
Morning.
Awesome.
Central Time Zone.
Whoop.
Hey-o.
Whoa, gotta go back. Y'all are talkative this morning. I love it. Good morning, AJ Oakley. Yeah.
AJ.
It's ours now. Enjoyed a couple road trip this morning. That's awesome. Do you know what blend this is?
I think this is 6-4.
Kristen Tatar's coffee.
It's my tippy toe blend. Get it? Because I'm 6'1".
Awesome.
And I'm not on my tippy toes.
It's hard to stay off social media when you want to be social. I completely understand. Just trying to do it in more of a positive way. It's really hard right now. And like some people are killing it and they're just putting out like good stuff and happy stuff and things you want to hear and see, which actually that was even on my list. I just wanted to share a little cool thing that we found that I really appreciate anyways. John Krasinski from The Office and like all that stuff. He has this little YouTube channel. It's called Some Good News. And it's just like.
Is that the one we watched yesterday? Because we watched Some Good News with John Krasinski.
If you've seen episode 2, you'll get that joke. So if you're looking for something fun and nice and like kind of makes you almost cry, but in a good way, he's doing this really goofy, fun little news channel, and I highly appreciate it.
It's Officer Risley to you.
All right.
It's getting there, man.
I use my pre-workout powder as my caffeine intake.
In the coffee? Or no, just...
I think that's just his caffeine. Jake from Iowa, hope you're having a good morning. Who brews the best coffee of you? Well, I'm one of the only ones that makes coffee. I'm up earlier, so it's just kind of how it is.
That'd be a fun video idea, I guess.
Who can make it best?
Who can brew it best? Yeah. You gotta find that right balance. You don't want it to be too watery. You don't want it to be too dark. It's be right.
We've had a little bit of both. AJ's made coffee twice.
Yeah.
And
it's all about teamwork.
Pretty strong. And then one day I made it, and it was like watery. I was really disappointed with myself. I was so bummed. And then Eric, I bet I could keep it on 2 hands how many times he's brewed coffee since we've been together. He's just not a morning person. He drinks coffee sometimes, not every day like a lot of us. So, yeah, that's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, he's not, but he's good at it when he does. He's decent. That was a good question. Oh, we got a super chat. Heck yeah, Austin. Appreciate all the content. I know it's not much, but love to support some good people during these tough times. Austin, you're the man. The biggest way to support us right now is just watching our videos because it makes us want to do it more and more. And we have a Patreon as well, but by no means are you required to do that. We really like putting out content for you guys. And right now it's been really fun having AJ here. We'll sit and like powwow and come up with video ideas, and then generally the 3 of us will go out and film it, and then I'll edit it later. So actually I wanted to add that to the list. When we're done with this live stream, I'm going to premiere the video I posted yesterday for patrons. So we did the challenge. What is it called? The Parks Challenge that Ricky came up with.
Yeah.
Eric did it, and it was actually a lot of editing work, but it turned out pretty good. It's interesting. It's funny. And he does pretty good. So we will premiere that after we're about to sign off for this video. So y'all can hop over there and watch that with us too. I wonder if I can premiere it. It's unlisted.
Still a big premiere?
Still figuring out how to use YouTube, as you can tell.
I'm sure you can.
I think I can, but it's already like posted. But anyways. All right, what's next? Hope everyone's doing amazing. Get out and take a walk. Yes.
Yeah, I did that, yeah.
Boxers or briefs?
It just gonna
floral pattern or solid colors?
Oh god.
This is from. What were you gonna say about your cup?
A little. I mean, someone asked boxers or briefs in floral pattern or solid colors. It's like mix and match. I'm all about diversity. I'm all about diversifying my undergarments. All
right, Rec Rob, I know it's early, but how are y'all keeping up the motivation to push yourself to get ready? Eric, this is a question for you.
Okay.
Rob, I'm not. I haven't played Frisbee since I got home. And a lot of that was because I didn't think they'd shut the courses down. So I was like, I have 2 months to do whatever I want. And then they shut the courses down. So it's like, okay, maybe I should have went and played. But we have a basket. It's just I've kind of like shifted focus. I've still been doing my most of my exercises, yoga every day, and then mostly house stuff and whale sack stuff so that I'm ready. The thing with me, this was something I did want to talk about. Most of y'all probably know I had planned to take like 2 months to just play disc golf. That was my year. Mm-hmm. This was my year to do that and pass off whale sacks for a couple months so I could really focus. And unfortunately, half of that is already eaten up, and we're not sure about the other half. So I'm a little unmotivated because my debut is like canceled, which obviously we're all dealing with feelings like that. So, all right, enough about me. Eric, what are you doing to push yourself to keep ready?
AJ and I have been going to the field. We've been taking video of ourselves when we go to the field to kind of be able to have something to look back on and dial in on things that feel good. Occasionally, we'll watch a couple disc golf videos of each other and or of other players, the things that we're trying to focus on. Good amount of putting in the backyard. I went on a run the other day. I'm just, thinking about ways to stay healthy, using Disc Golf Strong as an avenue for that as well. So that's all we can do. Talked with Seth Muncie yesterday, and it's pretty much, plan as if, it's the off season. You got to be training hard, and you have to rounds in. The only thing that we can't do is go and play on the course. So by getting rounds in, I'm saying go into the field if it's still open and available for you guys. And yeah, just use that as quality time. Don't just go out and try and throw it as far as you can. Have a purpose. That's the best part. So that's what we're doing. Just staying motivated, knowing that I got, the season is still very, very young. So let's get after it.
Hey, Birdie Fuel's here. What's up, Birdie Fuel? Thanks for the coffee this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Very tasty. Okay. Did you know AirPress was made by the guy who made the Aerobi? I did not know that.
Very
that
cool.
makes it even cooler.
I survived COVID-19.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Netflix 2 to come out.
Good one. All right, sorry, I'm just trying to read through so we can kind of catch up on these, and then.
Hi, Terry Moreland. Hope you're still here.
So I'd love to know, actually, in the comments, if you're not drinking coffee, and even if you are, what are you drinking? We are like a medium blend household usually.
I don't know the
Just because that's my favorite. Yeah, Eric can't tell. AJ's new here, so if he had some input, he could definitely give it. But
He probably will in the comments.
who knows?
Chris Herbert, I go over easy usually. I like a good fried over easy egg, or what's the Benedict's way?
Poached?
Poached eggs. A little soft poached egg is dope too.
I'm like an over medium.
Yeah.
Cut up on
She wants a
piece of
little
toast.
bit of run, but
Mm.
not. She doesn't want all the yolk, just all over the plate.
All right. Can't wait to see Eric's Parked challenge. Awesome. It'll be fun, I promise.
It was a really, really fun challenge. It's hard, and you need multiple
we need
people
like
there.
one more person.
Yeah.
AJ was doing catch cam.
Mhm.
Eric obviously was throwing. I was doing pitch cam.
If I would have had somebody else to gather up the discs,
And
I
we
probably
need
could
one
have had.
person.
I probably could have had.
At least one more distance, I would say.
Yeah, at least one more full set of throws. I think, because I would have saved that
But
little
don't
extra time.
spoil it.
Yeah,
That's
but it
just
was
how we do it again. If we
it was
did
really
again.
really fun, and yeah, I learned a lot about my discs in that one. It was super fun.
Tim, is it okay that I get irrationally angry whenever I realize Paige and Nate are quarantined at a disc golf course? I understand. So for me, actually, it's really cool. They're on like a 19-hole course at this guy's property. I didn't catch his name. But he also has like a ton of fruit trees and avocado trees. And they were bragging to me that they've had like 50 avocados in the last 2 weeks, which like we've had to buy maybe 20.
AJ's been going in on some guac, and Tina uses it for a bunch of different dishes, and we've made breakfast tacos. We've done a bunch where we've needed to use avocado.
But it's like the
So.
worst fruit during a quarantine because they go bad really quick and you eat them super quick because of that. So it's
Mhm.
like you get them for a week and then you have to wait till the next grocery trip or whatever. But
Totally.
yeah, but it's pretty cool. Good for them for having a course that they can use. It's rad. Potty break.
Looking lean.
Oh my gosh. Black vinyl whale saxoon. Oh my gosh, Mike, you guys are rolling through those.
Yeah, AJ's got one of those.
So that's something too.
Right.
I know.
Black vinyl discs, whale sack.
Maybe.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I just found it somewhere.
Oh, AJ found one.
And then I lost it, and then I found it.
I was wondering how you knew
AJ
them.
lost it at the park,
Lost it at the field.
at the field.
Huh.
And I found it underneath a bench. So somebody probably picked it up and was like, what the heck is this?
Could be. Yeah. Anyways. So. Okay. I mentioned the Birdie Fuel thing, but I'll bring it up again. So if you go to Birdie Fuel's website, birdiefuelcoffee.com, they're doing a 20% off coupon code. It's just Oakleys, Oakleys, and you get 20% off. I think whatever you buy, but it could just be specifically our tour fundraiser stuff. Birdie Fuel's in the comments, though. They could maybe answer that question, so I don't have to look it up. Sorry. Eric, do you miss being on the same team as Eagle?
Not necessarily, because I'm on the same team with him on whale sacks, and legitimately, I don't think there's anything about being on a team that means
Let's get weird.
I don't get to spend time with him. And I mean, Eagle and I talk once a week, at least, and we send stupid text messages back and forth, telling each other about new tracks that we're listening to and stuff like that. So we have just as strong as a relationship as we ever did whenever we were on the same team. So
That's the nice thing about golf is that now the toaster oven is toasting that bagel. I had it set to toast, but like the temperature was like at 430 or something, and I cranked it up to toast. So now it's really toasting. Okay. But the nice thing about golf is that we're competing against the course and against ourselves. And so we're not really, when we go to different teams, it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, now we're enemies and now we're opponents.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yeah, unless part of the reason Eric left Discmania was because Eagle said, I don't want Eric on this team. Give me more money, which is not what happened.
No.
Then
how are we supposed
why
to
would you mind?
Yeah.
Redbeard Big Mac.
What up?
I'm loving all the coffee comments. It's actually really interesting to me to see what everybody's drinking.
Totally.
I was gonna say, like, I'm not as sophisticated with my coffee palate to really tell the difference between. What do you want to tell this super chat guy? Thanks.
Yes, we should.
Okay, then tell
You
him
need to
thanks.
whenever
He also
somebody
has
super
the
chats.
best name.
Eric
Yeah.
Zulki. Did I say that right?
Zulki.
Zulki.
I don't know.
We will keep it up. No, don't report him. Gosh.
Yeah. Senate money reported.
Oh, thanks, Eric.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
Okay, now I gotta check on my bagel. My bagel. Okay.
AJ's about to break our house and the shelf I made.
That could have been just so bad.
You can't see it.
You can't tell. Sorry. I'm trying over here.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's too toasty.
That's a really good.
It looks good, though.
Chris Erber's comment is very funny.
Tina. What does Eric do that makes you silently say WTF to yourself? But you never tell him.
I'm waiting.
I'm pretty open with you, though.
You are, but there are a lot of
We
things.
talk about everything. If he's doing anything that annoys me, I tell him, and vice versa. But I'm trying to think of something that, like, maybe I just don't bring up that I'm like.
When I start ad-libbing songs and ruin the lyrics and stuff like that.
Only if it's a song I like a lot.
Yeah. And I'll usually throw in a lot of butts and other body parts when I do the ad-libbing of those songs. So, yeah, that's one I've seen you roll your eyes about the most.
You guys want to see this?
Did I burn it?
Toast.
Gosh.
Looks like marshmallows.
Yeah, that's all I could think of really. Is there's a couple. Whenever I get obnoxiously loud, those are the only moments where I really see Tina truly roll her eyes and get just so done with me for the day. But she handles it well, and we communicate very, very well.
It's definitely not healthy to silently say what the F about something that your life partner does on a
when he messes with Spout, I get
basis.
Spout,
because she'll be
likes
like cute and chilling
and
and like
come and
snuggling, and he'll come and like on her butt, and then she gets up and runs away, and that makes me sad. But yeah, like I said, we pretty much talk about everything. So
I don't know about this distance doubles disc golf. It's just,
Where's that question?
it's like trying to find loop. I'm sorry, I can't get behind it. It's trying to find loopholes around this social distancing.
oh
measures.
yeah,
This
Yeah.
goes beyond playing disc golf. This is like sorry.
It's a crazy time.
Sorry, Doc.
We'd love to do something, but we also have to make sure that we just don't.
But yeah, when Eric and I mean, the glasses, when we dress alike, Tina, do you really get confused? Because we're not, I mean,
who was it?
we look fairly similar.
Who was it? I feel like it was AJ, but maybe it wasn't. We were somewhere. This was like 2 years ago.
What did I do?
And I almost slapped somebody's butt, but it wasn't you because I thought it was you. I feel like it was AJ.
Might have been.
I can't remember.
Okay, fun story.
Oh,
The McCall story.
yes.
Okay, so
You guys are gonna
GBO
wanna
last
buckle up for
year.
this one.
You guys know Robert McCall.
I would think so.
I hope you guys do know Robert McCall of Dynamic Discs.
Is that Shay's husband?
Shay's husband,
Okay.
Shay McCall's husband, Robert. So we're at their house for the GBO, and Robert's parents are in town, and we tell them a really funny story that Robert and I are constantly mistaken for each other, and people constantly tell us that, hey, you look like this person. Hey, you look a lot like Eric Oakley. Hey, you look a lot like Robert, or any other human being that has glasses, dark hair, and a beard. That's who we look like. So we tell his mother the story the night before. Come the next day, I'm sitting on the couch. Robert is out doing commentary and whatnot for the GBO. And his mother comes down and says, wow, I didn't know you'd be back so soon. And we all kind of be like, okay, that's fine. And then about 3 or 4 minutes later, she says, oh my gosh, I thought you were Robert. So we got mistaken for being his own mother.
His own mom.
Yeah. Really, really funny stuff.
That's so good. That's so good. Tina didn't get the shirt memo. I don't
Yeah.
have this shirt. We don't have a lot of ladies gear.
And we didn't even plan this.
No.
I
We did
just
not
grabbed
plan
it. I just grabbed it from the drawer.
But yours doesn't
And
have
see-
a stain on it.
See, the thing about, but the thing is,
Yeah.
okay, look at the color of Tina's shirt, and then look at the color of my shorts.
We're on point. AJ is basically us.
We're getting weird
And
over
also,
here.
fucking,
That's what happens
Get it.
when you spend so much time together.
right.
Okay, let's.
And it's been a lot. It goes all the way down when you scroll. Go back up.
Okay, this thing's fast.
It's fast. Oh, you guys are amazing.
Thank you guys.
This is crazy.
The Tiger King,
Okay.
Tiger Queen, Whale Queen. That's funny.
Before y'all get bored,
Too late.
I wanted to do kind of a silly segment called What's in the Mail. So yesterday, we received a package from our homies, Jeff Snyder, Isaiah, and Jake. They're in Tennessee, and we don't get to see them nearly enough. Hopefully, we will get to see them later this year. So they sent us a deputy and a felon with their stamped disc. And Dixon's their disc golf club. So it's kind of cool, and I love the fish. And he's holding a putter underwater, and there's a little like basket up here. It's really cool. So might have to go putt with this in the backyard a little bit. Eric, I don't think you can putt with a felon, but you could probably go to the course with it.
I've done it.
So yeah, thank you to the Snyders for that. And then something else exciting. Exciting for a few people anyways. So I just got some Zoe Andike fabric in the mail. This is what my custom fabric looks like, by the way. And so these will be whale sacks for her 2020 fundraiser for Team Whale Sacks. And also the new pattern for Mr. Zach Melton. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it fun? Is it too crazy? Of course it's orange because he's the Tennessee guy, but it's like bright orange. The camera's not great, so. And then one other super exciting thing. What's in our mail?
Well, big shout outs to Doc Zen, Caleb Phipps, and Mike Kemp for the super chats. You guys are amazing. Want to make sure you guys get shouted out because that's why I'm here. But hey, this is really important, guys. So I bought this at Christmas, and this is the Peter McKinnon, like,
Nomadic
photography backpack.
So this actually like folds up. I have stuff in there, but it folds up down into this tiny little cube.
And then this bad boy
It's massive.
is big. It's great for travel. It's got a space where she can put her clothes, but then take all of her camera equipment, all of her computer stuff, you name it.
Super secure.
It was what do you call those projects?
Kickstarter.
It was a Kickstarter, so we bought into it early on, and we knew that we were gonna see.
It was gonna be a while before.
Gonna be a while, but it showed up a little earlier than we wanted, or than we expected. We wanted it earlier than that, so earlier than we expected, and it was super cool. So if you guys are ever interested in some really cool camera stuff, make sure you check out Peter McKinnon's channel. He doesn't need the help from our followers, but whatever.
He's one of my guilty pleasure videos that I watch all the time. I learn a lot.
Oh my God, Peter McKinnon.
He's super inspirational for me, but this is what I get anytime his name comes up.
Oh my God, Peter McKinnon's like, he does camera stuff like better than most people do camera stuff, and so I love watching Peter McKinnon because he's all so good at cameras, and I want to be really good at cameras. Even though I'm already really good at cameras, but I just want to be even better at cameras.
This is my life. Mm-hmm.
Got her.
He's got some crazy.
I've already said thank you to those. Yes, we are.
You guys are amazing. Just amazing. We've never done a live. Well, I went live one time at VPO like 3 years ago on our YouTube, and that was it.
Yeah.
But this is amazing. You guys are awesome. Is AJ now like calf pants, whale shorts?
I like it.
What's
Sorry.
the best nickname for Isolation AJ? I mean, Isolation AJ kind of rolled.
That's pretty good.
AJ.
I'm Quarantina.
Quarantine. I don't have anything.
Eric.
Hold on.
Still AJ, I guess. I don't know.
Why no social distancing? We live together. If one of us gets it, we're all gonna get it.
Oh, Mike Kemp has a good question. Asking about laptops.
Right here.
Down. Yep. Right now I have a Dell G7. I think it's the gaming laptop. It was from last year's run. I looked up a bunch of different laptops when I was looking into them. I made sure I got something with a really good processor, a really good graphics card, and the more memory, the better, even though I'm not even using that much, but I just want to make sure it runs smooth. Because if I'm ever on, I could have gotten a cheaper laptop, but getting something that's a little bit above what you were already looking at, you're going to notice the difference, and it's going to be really nice. So anytime I do get to use my computer, I don't get stressed out and want to throw it up against the wall because it crushes it.
Oh, you're done talking? Bye, Tracy. Thanks for joining. Hopefully we'll see you later. Okay.
Hey, Kyle. Yes, they are the best. The Snyders. That's down. That's down.
No, this is up.
Nope. But we've already gone through those questions.
It just keeps like jumping all the way down when I start scrolling. So, okay. So I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about like what our daily routine looks like. I know everybody, well, I mentioned it a little bit what I do. But I figure right now it's so different, such a different time for all of us. So usually, like I said, I'll get up, start making coffee, do yoga. Once I have coffee, I take my phone off of airplane mode and enter the world. And then I usually try to get some work done in the morning, answer emails. But whale sex has been pretty slow, which has actually been kind of nice because it's giving me time to like catch up on stuff. And then AJ gets up, usually sits at this table with me and reads, and then I interrupt him while he's reading to talk to him about stuff.
Yeah.
And then Eric will slowly get out of bed around 10.
Mm-hmm.
The TV's usually on by 10:30 or 10. And then I usually go out and garden. And then after that, lots of YouTube, Netflix.
Hulu.
AJ does a workout pretty much every day. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Spotify, listening to music. That's mostly what I've been doing is drawing. It's just like little things in moderation to just kind of like keep it, not get caught up in too much in one particular activity. And because I've found that's a really easy way to just kind of like drive it into the ground, and then you get bored and annoyed with it.
Mhm.
Pretty much. We got a super chat question.
Sweet.
Jason, Mr. Ammer, or Mr.
Jason Raymer.
Mr. Ammer.
Raymer,
I
yeah,
like
it could be
Mr.
Raymer.
Ammer, even though it's definitely not.
Sorry if we just murdered your name.
We haven't been.
We are the greatest.
Thank you.
We're the best around. Nothing that'll gonna bring us down.
Did you go to? Have you been to Waffle House lately?
I haven't been to Waffle House lately, and it's kind of sucks.
We can get it to go.
We could get it to go. We should.
There's a lot there. We have some that are really close to our
we'll make
house,
that
so
happen.
we might have to do that.
But see, that's the thing is like, the food's good. The food's good for like diner food. It's
And I'll
decent.
quote from a wonderful documentary done on AJ, and he talks a little bit about Waffle House. I think I know the director of that video. It's a Waffle Home.
right.
It's not a Waffle House, it's a Waffle Home.
Yeah, so that's why you go to interact with your waitress or waiter and see them cooking it behind the counter and everything. That's what you go to Waffle House for. You don't get it to get in a styrofoam packaging to take it home and eat it on your couch where then it's probably gotten cold. That's not the point.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, you want it served to you on the plate cold.
But we could.
I'm kidding.
You got me.
I love Waffle
Yeah.
House. It's super good.
It's been a while though, so it's this is
Well, we might have to make an exception. We might have to just.
I do think we should do it to go.
Maybe we'll go
to-go
live.
meal. Yeah, that'd be fun.
On AJ's channel. So make
That's
sure
a
you guys
great
are following
idea.
all of AJ's channels, and we'll see if we can make a Waffle House day happen.
Waffle House Live.
So Mick3
Waffle
has a
House
question
Live.
for Tina.
Yes, I can send whale sex to Sweden. I believe the shipping is set up on my website actually. So if you go to whalesex.com, it should work, but shipping's super expensive. I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, you're going to be spending a lot
I think
more
even
money.
for one whale sack, it's like $14, and they're 3 ounces.
Have
It's
you
pretty
checked
crazy.
it? Check Power Grip.
They should be restocked. I sent them
Yes.
700 a couple
Power Grip.
months ago.
Power Grip has been a amazing just companion or people to work with in Europe, and they've been super stoked about getting whale sacks. And when we were in Europe last year, they took care of us a lot. So shout out to Posse and all of his crew at Power Grip. They are top notch. They're awesome.
Top notch.
Let's keep going. We have a lot of questions, so we need to catch up all.
Y'all watch Peter McKinnon too? Yeah, he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does Quarantine enjoy quarantine? Quarantini.
She likes
I'm more of a tequila girl. Tequila.
Tina actually had a Zoom meeting the other day with her high school
let's
friends
not talk about that.
and had all of the rum and coke and wine. And
It was fun.
she got turned.
I also did the same like last Monday.
Yeah, you need to have your own night.
It was brutal. I
But-
almost did the same last night. It's a good thing I got up and went this morning. That's pro tip right there.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Just to fight. Yeah. So
That's a good question.
here we are.
Best tip for playing in the woods.
Oh, but don't
Let's
encourage.
scroll up.
What's AJ's
It's
channel?
flashing.
AJ, throw him your channel.
Oh man, I said something
Bye,
bad.
Rob.
It's my name. I think you can click on my name. Just AJ Risley. I haven't posted much in a while, but I am trying to post more. I also have a Patreon page. Again, I haven't posted much there, but Instagram, Risby Jr. Or I'll type it in the comments.
All right, he's gonna type it in the comments for you guys. Yeah, there was a comment about playing in the woods. So there it is. Josh Leonard, best tips for playing in the woods. I really focus on my leading shoulder, so my right shoulder, and letting that guide and over exaggerate, pointing that down the tunnel, whatever, especially when I'm throwing backhands. In the woods, I tend to lean a lot on the forehand, just because it is a strong part of my game, but it is incredibly useful in the woods. So make sure you guys have both facets of the game and make things super good. Hey, Weirda. Yes, let's have a beer. You are one of the
Weirda.
few people that I do drink with. There are outside of Tina and a couple other people. You are one of the few people that I will always drink with. Doesn't even matter if I'm like, anymore. I'm not gonna have any drinks because I'm like trying to be like super athlete and I'm like super cool. Like, oh, Weirda's around. Yeah, I'll have a beer.
It's true. There's
Yeah.
only a few people. So a couple of things that we've done to keep ourselves busy is making videos. Like I mentioned, we're gonna post the park challenge. We're also gonna go to the field and film another video today. You want to tell them what that's about?
Yeah. So actually, will you go grab that range finder just so we can give them a shout out? So Eric McCabe sent me a range finder. He's been working with a company in I think they're out of Kansas. And I'm going to get the company brand and everything right now. But
Very new.
it's Bushnell. And so we are going to take this out. We have this sweet rangefinder, and the competition is going to be AJ and I are going to pick 10 discs to throw, and we're going to have 10 different distances in a bag, in a hat, in a something, and we're going to pull a random distance and a random one of those 10 discs that we've chosen, and we have to throw as close to that distance as possible on command. And we're going to use the rangefinder to help us see how close we are. And we're going to total up the difference. You want to have the lowest score possible to win. So if it's 375 and you throw it 370 feet, you get 5 points, and so on and so forth. You guys can kind of figure out from there. It's not Price is Right rules. You can bust. So if you go over, you still get the difference. So
Look at this. She's sleepy. I just woke her up, so she's like super chill.
yeah. Usually the reason I'm not getting out of bed as early as I should is because Spout comes and plants herself like in between my legs, and then it becomes very difficult for me to even want to move in the morning. But yeah, so make sure you guys look out for that challenge. It's going to be really fun because it's going to really be a bummer. Nice. Really be a bummer if, we get down and all we have is a warden left to throw and it says 400 feet, but that's how it's going to be. It's going to be a random disc because we're going to choose the 10 that we're going to throw, and then we're going to have to try and throw those distances. So it should be fun, and we get to, put this rangefinder to the test which is super sweet. Very nice, easy. I can fit this in my bag comfortably. I know Eric was talking with Bushnell and the reps out there about potentially getting it in meters for the European market, but I believe it does feet.
And the Asian market.
And the other thing,
And the Canadian market. And every other market besides the United States of America.
Yeah. But then all the other parts of it is that they even want to have maybe some accessories where you, instead of like, you can put a little basket as a target on the rangefinder, which is
That would be sick.
Like, so when you're looking through, it has a little basket that you can line up with the basket
Instead of a little pole with a flag on it.
Yeah, come on, it'd be really sweet. But that's all very, very early on. I don't know if any of that's going to happen, but still should be super sweet. Martin Pierce, that's a cool question. I am currently using the Terra Kiger 5s from Nike and or the Wild Horse 4s from Nike. Those are my go-to for disc golf. Great tread, lightweight, good enough cushion and everything. And the durability to me is super good. About a month or month and a half into wearing them a lot, I'll get some shoe goo or some super glue and kind of seal them up a little bit more to give them a little extended life. So, yeah.
Just chilling.
I know, she loves
She usually is trying to get out of here much earlier than this. Not
All right.
to hold her.
Here's a good one.
Do I have a sister?
Do you have a sister that's in to
Business development bankers. No, my sister is a lab tech. But I used to be a banker. Back when I was a stenitis. I was a banker for 8.5 years before I quit to play frisbees. So
Jason, Mr. Ammer, wants to know, what is your approach disc,
Right.
AJ?
Classic blend Warden.
Nice.
Or classic soft deputy.
Nice.
So
Or I
right
have
now.
a gold line beetle.
Also nice. And
Nice.
slammers.
Oh yeah, slammers.
He's got a
Slammers
range,
are good.
an array.
Okay, what if I
approach
have
disc.
a question for you guys?
Go for it.
Then
Ask it.
go live on YouTube and start your own. Damn it.
Who do you miss most on tour?
Brian Earhart.
Aw.
He's definitely one of the first people that comes to mind. He's always a pleasure to see. I want to say Eagle, but I feel like I hang out, and I want to say Vinny, but we saw him recently.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'd
Madison Walker.
Yeah, she lives
She's
here.
right down the street.
I would probably say Zach.
Aw.
I miss that big dumb lefty guy and whatnot.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him much. Should call him. He's definitely not awake right now, so us saying this
He's
is
gonna
never.
submit a question for Hot Ones. He texted me about it yesterday.
So we also have that coming out. We bought a bunch of hot sauces. Where we've been watching pretty much almost every single episode of Hot Ones.
It's true.
So we came up with the idea of let's do something similar, and we're calling it the Hot Round, which is going to be really fun. Where AJ is going to do 9 cauliflower wings. I'm going to do 9 cauliflower wings, and we have a bunch of spicy sauces. But we don't know any of the Scovilles outside of the ones that were on the show before.
Yeah, they don't have them listed, and I tried to look one of them
Got a
up,
few.
and I couldn't find it anywhere. But,
So-
yeah.
I found a few, but
We're going to kind of go 100% based off of what we think will be the hottest. So it's going to be our own lineup, and we could get blown out on the second one where we didn't think it was that hot.
As a matter of fact, we made cauliflower wings yesterday with Hooters hot sauce, and AJ's like, I don't know.
like, this is spicy, man.
It had like Cajun batter, and
It was.
he couldn't.
But
He
they
could
were-
handle it, but he was like, I'm worried.
Also, like
Can we
in the
just talk
middle
about how
of
good this were?
in the middle,
Amazing.
yeah, they were very tasty and crunchy.
Let's do it again.
But yeah, like in the middle of the day yesterday, I had some leftover guac, and I took like a tiny little scoop, and pretty much the whole bite was a jalapeno with a seed. and it got in the back of my throat, and I was like, why have I agreed to this? This challenge is like a week away, and I'm already sweating.
So
But-
that's something we have been
Let's get
nonstop eating is cauliflower. We've eaten 7 heads of cauliflower since quarantine started. I don't know what it is. We just love. I mean, we've had a lot of vegetables. So there's a question for you guys too. What's your favorite meal since quarantine started?
Ooh, cauliflower.
I'll say the
Loaded question.
I'll say the quesadillas.
Loaded with cauliflower, sorry.
The quesadillas we made 2 nights ago were pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We did cotija cheese. We had ground turkey and a bunch of different cheeses. Plus AJ did up some guac, and we kind of made little mini quesadillas, and it was fantastic.
It was amazing.
AJ's first mac and cheese with asparagus,
Oh, the Velveeta, yeah, that was dope.
peppers.
Ground turkey, and it was like
It
I
was just the
sauteed some onions
fanciest-
and garlic,
Oh, it
and
was
then
so
cooked
good.
up the ground turkey in
Oh.
there, and then
See, I'm
put
gonna
in
talk
some
about this.
asparagus and a bunch of
I'm gonna
salt and seasonings.
I'm
and,
gonna answer this. Hey, Brown Disc Golf, shout out from down under.
Oh, yes.
Yes, this is a quarantine haircut.
By
This is-
yours truly.
Tina buzzed it up for me, and I saw a video when I had a buzzed haircut recently, and I think it was actually one of our first vlogs in Pensacola from years ago. And I was like, you know what, I should do that again. Why not? My hair was looking a little bit unruly, and it was really long in the back, and it was just getting really oily. So this is a great change up. It's different, I know, but
Didn't I do a time lapse of that?
potentially
I also made peanut butter chicken. That was
super good.
I wouldn't know.
pretty fucking dope.
Second Dimensions.
That was my drunk night.
is 4 million Scovilles. Caleb Fitz, that is terrifying. And also super thanks for the super chat because
Super
you're
thanks.
super cool. And that's super awesome that you would super do that.
Triple P.
Um,
That's it. That's his nickname.
Triple P. That's a pretty dope nickname.
Now, see, here's the thing about the whole Scoville's things. Like, what's a jalapeno is like? A jalapeno is
They hit different,
10,000
though, right?
Scovilles or something. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Oh, this sauce is supposed to be. This sauce is
So-
50 times hotter than a jalapeno, and this sauce is 75 times
That's what I don't understand
hot,
about.
really hot, very hot, extremely hot. It's gonna be hot. That's kind of my take on it.
For hot ones,
We're in for a wild ride.
they ramp them up by Scoville,
Right.
but the third to last one
Everybody talks
Number
like
is like the
the
hottest
bomb.
and like blows everybody's mouths up, but on the Scoville level, it's lower than the last two. So I don't know.
I think it has something to do with like the other complementary ingredients
Gotta be.
that makes it like just there's
Hit it
not
different.
as much flavor. I
Yeah.
think the last two actually have like either a different combination of peppers or a different, extra couple ingredients.
I agree.
Mhm.
It's just interesting how that works.
So Ryan Wandersea, yes, we used batter on our wings yesterday. We're still in the process of perfecting them. We usually don't. Tina usually does them over a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and they're fantastic. So we're trying out the battered wings so that can really get a lot of the sauce in the wing a little better. Baked cauliflower.
Do we want to answer Doc's question?
What did Doc say?
Sorry, that's me being selfish.
What do you say?
Right up the
Must be about AJ.
Tina, of the three, who's the best cook? And follow up, who's the easiest to clean up after?
Ooh,
AJ's the best cook.
Wow, those are good questions.
AJ's the best cook.
AJ's the best cook. Eric has a couple meals that he's really great at, but to be honest, he doesn't cook like super often. AJ like literally cooks every meal.
We've been trying to collaborate a little bit more, so
And
It's
then
been fun.
who's easier to clean up after? AJ's cleaner than Eric.
Done.
But
Especially with the mustache.
actually, do you remember that? AJ was on his way here, or was about to like drive from Texas to here, and somebody brought up Was it Bobby? Somebody
Oh,
said,
Guess who just joined? A career
Clement? Somebody brought up, well, AJ's super clean. And I was like, you're right. AJ's clean. Yes, AJ's
Oh my
clean.
God.
Like Calvin's super clean too. He does the dishes constantly. He cleans up after not even just himself. It's amazing. I'm super clean and I like everything to be organized and I hate waking up and just having crap everywhere. So Eric's been a good test of patience for 4 years. But yeah, so AJ's easier to clean up after too. Sounds like AJ's maybe a better.
That's the thing, though. AJ is also not paying rent.
So yeah, but I
He
am
has to
paying
make it.
and I am paying
So he
the
has
mortgage.
to get off the
so
couch and
suck it.
do some manly jobs around the house.
That's a great question from Caleb
kidding.
Corey. What do you guys
get
think? When do we think we'll be on the road next? What do you think the next tournament will be? Honestly, I really would like to be playing disc golf for my birthday in June.
June 1st.
I think that would be a realistic time. Sorry, the camera's shaking. Spout is
Spout's moving
adjusting
around.
and getting comfortable. So
I gotta take it.
yeah, I legitimately could see us being somewhere in June, but we have to be prepared for kind of whatever. If the season gets extended out and the PDGA believes that it's in our best interest to not be on the road yet and playing at these big events until later in the season, we just have to kind of roll with that and make it work. Jason Williams, the age-old argument: 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck. I would want the horse-sized duck because I would love to try and tame it
One-on-one.
and be able to ride it because that would be sweet.
I never thought of that. That's hilarious.
Pretty great.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Wins because like if
on your side now.
if it's like a wild Mustang but it's a duck, you're like, yeah.
But then again,
Like, yeah.
But then again, when I think of like a duck and its ducklings crossing the street, that'd be pretty cute to see a horse and like a tiny horse and then even tinier horses following it across the street. It's like, whoa, what's your favorite course? Why make me choose? I just want a big duck and a small horse.
I used to have these weird dreams about hamster-sized dinosaurs.
Oh my God.
I was like obsessed with that idea that could be a thing. Like you could have a little cage with the tiny like stegosaurus. I just thought it'd be the coolest thing ever.
Gosh.
But you know when you have those dreams that are super realistic and you're just like, oh, why can't that be real? That's how I felt about it.
There is no pasta shortage because we generally grab the veggie pasta. So if you go for the stuff that is like healthy,
Well,
then you're likely to find it. I've seen a lot of stores with like a lot of the vegan food, the whole
Veggie pasta.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no.
it's
if I
really
can be super honest, Florida's pretty behind the times. I don't think we don't have the same kind of like lockdown as everybody else does because our governor is just like not really. So
Not really what?
we haven't really had issues at the grocery store other than toilet paper and like sanitizer stuff. Like
other than people walking.
no
very
rubbing alcohol,
slowly.
no toilet paper. But we haven't actually looked since we were with Calvin that day. So
No, and we'll probably make another big food run in the next few days.
Yeah.
To get
we should.
stock up again. We do have a couple meals remaining, and we need more cauliflower because
We need
more buffalo
it.
cauliflower. I need it.
Cauliflower is just like a good filler in a lot of these dishes. It's good.
It's like provides some crunch, and
Right.
it doesn't have an overbearing flavor.
And it's a good carb substitute,
Mm-hmm.
which is also what makes veggie pasta also good. Is it's less bread and more vegetables.
yeah, we just started the breading thing. We decided for the hot ones we wanted to do breading, so we wanted to figure out how that works. But everything leading up to yesterday has been unbreaded
Mm-hmm.
and so good.
Yeah, I thought I went too crazy
Jay,
with.
you've got something on your lip.
I went too crazy on the sauce, but it ended up being, I think, perfect because it was like they were a little on the wet side, but they provided a great flavor, and it was awesome to just kind of dunk it in some ranch. Some ranch.
Oh, go get some ranch. Hey, boss, can you pass me that ranch?
Okay.
Oh, we got a bunch of Florida people shouting out. Jacksonville, Panama City. What's up, guys?
Shout out.
So
You
it's
can
cool.
say it. He's on.
No, Tina! All right. Tina's got some stuff she wants to show you. This is a few things that she has been working on.
Okay, actually,
2.
legit, a legit question for anybody here, though I doubt anyone has done this. Has anyone succeeded in making bath bombs?
Or AKA tub balls.
Okay, that's a real thing.
Yep.
I was putting a list of like what we had coming in the mail so I didn't forget. And I could not come up with the word
Bath bomb?
bath bombs. So I wrote tub balls, and now that's what we call them.
Yeah.
So I tried to make bath bombs. I love taking baths. I have a crappy spine. So yeah, and so I started making bath bombs. Tried twice. Too much water the first time. They exploded. Literally just like exploded out of the molds. And then the second time I didn't have enough. And I've honestly just been too shy to try again. I don't like failing at stuff. So yeah, if you do, call me. Help me.
Tell them about your.
Okay, so then
this is the
other
cooler part.
project, something I have figured out how to do. Epoxy resin. So the colors do not do it justice here, but these are all little shells that I found on the beach back in the days when we could go to the beach. This is actually like greeny blue. It's not just straight up blue. So
Yeah,
there's
get your
like
mind out of the gutter.
little shells. And this is like the
pops.
size of a junior, as you can see. And then
Pretty dope.
this is a smaller one. It has shark teeth in it.
Ooh-ha-ha.
And it's kind of blue. And you can see the blue in that. This one turned out darker than I wanted. I wanted you to be able to see the shark teeth better. And they moved around. So I'm still learning. This
Same
is
with
my
my bagel.
favorite one. Again, this is more of like a green blue.
Tealy.
Yeah. And look at all these cute tiny little shells. So yeah. These have been super fun. I made a couple rings and like bracelets and stuff too. Oh, and this tiny little whale with some shells in it.
I mean, if you
How
put it
cute
like
is
up
that?
real close to the camera, it's an actual size.
This
Huge.
giant whale.
Ann Hawk says when you're making tub balls, it's all about the humidity when you make them.
Well, it's certainly humid here.
Boom, psh.
Got it.
Okay.
I got your tub balls
That makes
ready.
sense. That makes sense.
Freaking weird. Funny guy.
Weird.
Always.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm walking here.
So Tina actually just ordered some more molds.
Yeah, a little bit bigger because I don't know if you can tell. This is pretty small. It's like a little too small, I think. But then these are a little too big. So I want like a size between these.
This reminds me of the size of the minis that you put over the cans.
Oh, the Zing ones. They're smaller than that.
Yeah.
And those are legal.
Yes, you're crazy. Tina's gonna eventually make these into custom.
Yeah, I want to do some custom orders.
minis and different things like that. He doesn't need more work, but
this
she's
is
gonna add
fun.
more work because
This
that's
is
what she
so
loves.
fun.
Lucky
She loves
Sly
to work.
Dog is.
So
Yeah.
Lucky Sly Dog's got it going.
Lucky Sly Dog.
Fail equals first attempt in learning.
Yes,
Heck yeah,
Not
dude.
wrong.
I agree.
And then Hack Jobs is also on point. Pizza equals life.
Pizza epoxy resin.
Because it's just one big cycle. Unless you eat square pizza, in which case, get out.
Oh man. How do you design a extremely small putting course in about 1/4 of an acre of woods with 4 baskets? Longest hole can be 120 feet and the shortest can be around 30 feet.
How would you?
Benjamin Goodrow. Honestly, make everything
Question.
realistic if you can. Like, think about when you've played on courses and you've been in the woods, but you've been relatively close to a basket. So it's have the course have some practicality to it. Does that make sense? It can easily translate from the you can make use of the course that you're designing in that 1/4 of an acre to be something that you will make use of on the course. That's the biggest thing, because if you make it too difficult and it's all cuts, you're never going to make use of it. Actually, it's going to not help you in the long run. So you want to have something that'll challenge you, and you'll remember of like, oh, I've played this at my house, bang the putt all day.
Yeah, well, one of the first things I remember hearing about like course design was don't try to design one hole and then find the next and then design like the next tee right next to the previous basket. Like, go out and walk around the 1/2 acre or 1/4 acre that you have and try to see what lines and what cool fairways and tunnels, especially if it's in the woods, like find that stuff that pops out to you at first, and then put it together after that. Don't worry too much about the flow of the course at first.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, that's one of the first things I remember hearing and learning about course design. But I've never really designed like a legitimate course. So
no rations yet, Jason.
that's pretty fun.
Those are fun. I make wood and resin hybrid minis too.
Fresh
Enjoy the process.
Lancer.
Fresh
Cool.
Lancer.
I haven't done anything with wood yet. I've thought about it, but I don't have like a lot of resources. Somebody has these stumps down the street, but we can't get them to our house. They're gigantic.
We could,
but I really want to do something with those.
Yeah,
I think
we
it'd be
should just
amazing. I don't have like a bunch of tools, though. I would love to have like a whole workshop. That's something funny. Guilty pleasure as well. When I'm trying to fall asleep, I watch these like wood turning and like epoxy
table
projects
making
and like table,
and a bunch
Paint
of
drying.
It started
videos.
with like vase making on like a wood turning, where they do the scraping and it's just like sped up and there's no one talking. It's super interesting to me.
Mhm.
So someday I would love to have my grandpa's like a woodworker and a blacksmith and all that. So I definitely got a lot of his genes.
All right, so we gotta make sure we don't
Do they fit?
We gotta make sure we don't say this guy's name.
No, he's
3
very tall.
times. The Beetlejuice. I will always take a full-size basket for more money.
Sorry.
I don't. Whenever I go to practice putting, I don't want to be on a basket that isn't going to catch at a high quality. Because I've seen the putt go in and seeing it catch, and it's something that I probably will be able to reference down the line, because that's why I don't actually like the marksman basket too much for tournament practice putting, because there are times where you throw the putt, it hits the pole, and it's a good putt, and then it pops out. What are your eyes seeing? What is your brain saying? It's saying that wasn't good. I missed that putt because it's not in the tray. The more you have to pick putters up off the ground, you're getting more negative reinforcement than you are positive reinforcement. I know you can tell yourself that was a good putt, it was really good, but in the back, like, there's a part of your brain that says, "Oh God, it sucks."
It's almost too much. It's like a marksman basket should only be used once you are just at a super elite level of the comfortability and confidence of your stroke.
Mm-hmm.
To where, because that's what it's good for. Is it's meant to really, you're really only, it's kind of like putting putting to just a pole. But yeah, I mean, to answer the Beetlejuice's question,
Careful.
Oh, we have one more.
Yeah, that was the joke. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I like a full size regular basket as well.
Mm-hmm. If you can just plant it in the backyard, pay the money, get the best basket, you'll thank yourself whenever your putting is so good.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, it's like to me. I keep the target consistent, but I kind of change up my practice routine and how like the method of practice too. So it's like I was telling Steve Hill the other day that sometimes I'll putt with a bunch of putters and putt them all. And when I do that, I'm focusing on what my putting stroke feels like. But then other times I'll go out in the backyard and putt and only putt one disc at a time. I'll putt one and go to the basket and get it out of the basket or pick it up off the ground. And then I'm really focusing on my routine, and I'm not so much focusing on like how the disc comes out of my hand, but I'm focusing on everything else before that, and then how it translates into, and then focusing on that process.
Totally. So Daniel Boutwell, where have we played locally? Before everything really started getting shut down, AJ and I went out to Gator Links at whatever university that is.
UWF?
I think
Is that
so.
No, it's not, because UWF's a different course.
Crud.
Either way, we went out to Gator Links, solid course, had a really good time, some super cool holes. I've played mostly everything outside of UWF. I played it a long time ago, but I haven't played the new redesign here. But usually if we're playing, I'm probably driving the 45 minutes and just getting out to Foley. Something about Pecan Hollow and the Preserve that bring the right kind of challenge that I'm looking for and actually help get me prepared for the disc golf season, because the challenge of those courses, if you're playing around and you're scoring it, it's a true tournament challenge. So a lot of respect for those courses. That's where we like to go.
Okay, JB has one of the best questions of the
What do you say?
the whole chat. Important question. Would you rather have permanent Cheeto fingers, or every time you sneeze out caterpillars?
Oh man, that's quality. I would probably go with the caterpillars, because I really don't like it. I use white putters, and I would hate to have orange smudges all over my white putters. So I'll take sneezing caterpillars. But Tina would hate it because they'd be all over her garden.
I think I'd take caterpillars too, and just hope I don't sneeze very much.
Yeah,
but I have allergies, so that doesn't
avoid
work.
pepper, avoid all of that.
If I had permanent Cheeto fingers, I would need to drink a lot of water because I just lick my. I would be, which
All
would
my
actually
whale
be
sacks
kind of
would
cool.
be
It was like
orange.
if I could just lick my finger and then watch it re-cheetize.
Okay. All right, I have an idea.
Okay.
I already asked AJ on camera, but so that he could say no. Do y'all want AJ to play a song for you? If so, put it in the comments. I'll make him go get his guitar.
Guitar.
And then right after that, we're gonna go post the challenge video so we can all watch that together.
The park challenge.
I don't want to keep y'all all day.
Yeah, we are at a solid amount of time right now, so this is awesome. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been super, super fun. We will be looking to do more of this stuff. Maybe we'll do an evening one. So if you're watching this after the fact, or if you can, I don't know if you can.
Okay, but would your fingers just have the Cheeto powder on them, or would your fingers literally be Cheetos?
I think it said just the powder.
You'd have the powder on your fingers.
Right. I think it was. I think the F was also capitalized. It's like Cheeto fingers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'll take
play a song with
Everyone
Cheeto fingers.
Wants
Who's Cheeto
you
fingers?
to play a song.
Frick.
Yay! AJ song time. And then I am scheduling. Well, no, I'm not going to schedule it. I'll just do a instant premiere, and I think I can link it down here too. Oh my gosh, you guys should see our cat right now. See Dad.
She's very cute.
Look at her. She always does this. She just hangs out right behind our computer every time. Look at those little feetsies. All right, we should give AJ the screen. Oh, this is gonna be a really long drum roll. Spout doesn't like it.
Spout.
Oh, big stretch.
Oh, and your big. Oh, she's so cute.
All right. Free bird.
Everybody hear that? All right, thanks for coming. Hey, everybody, how we doing? How y'all doing that?
Oh man, I've got this Neil Young Greatest Hits songbook, and that's all I've been. Most of what I've been playing out of. Oh no.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yay,
AJ's
yay.
amazing. Super cool. Make sure you guys head over to our other channel, the same channel, but the park challenge is
Wow, I feel like we're
it
a
officially
comedy
live?
show.
Bam.
We wrap up our video with
It's like SNL.
a live music number. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're premiering the park challenge. We're gonna go over there and chat. Maybe can I leave this up?
Nah, we can close this out. We've been
Because
on
y'all
for,
are gonna have to hop
we've been on
over,
for an
so
hour and 20 minutes.
We'll
So
see you on the park challenge. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're gonna definitely do this again. It
make
was
sure you guys go to
so
Birdie
fun.
Field Coffee.
So fun.
Use the Oakleys thing or whatever. And
Oakleys,
be
yep.
awesome. Thank you, Birdie Fuel, for helping sponsor this and everybody else
Bye.
who takes care
Good
of us.
morning. Have a great
Bye.
Tuesday. That's a peace sign, by the way.